Hi guys, so this flow is a short and sweet flow specifically for cyclists, and it'll be really good for runners as well. So we're going to stretch out the legs, stretch out the hips, open them up, open the heart. Perfect for post-cycle, post-run. So we're going to get started straight away. Bring your hands to your heart, bring them to heart center, push your thumbs into your chest, close your eyes and find some connection. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out through the nose and see how long, how slow you can make that exhale. 2 more times just like that. Big breath in, belly rises, chest expands. Exhale, release. Last time, big deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Now slowly blink your eyes open and try and keep that connection to your breath as you flow around the mat. You're going to bring your right hand down onto the mat. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, take a little bend over to the side. Reaching down with the left sit bone, reaching through the left fingers, bringing length into the side body. Your neck, you can be gazing up, you can be gazing down. Find a place that feels right for you. You know your body best. None of this flow should be painful. If it is, please modify to suit your body. Inhale brings you back through center. Exhale, take it to the other side. Breathe into that right side waist. Reach the fingers away from you like you're trying to grab something in the corner of the room. Gentle hug in, navel to spine. Breathing here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale brings you through center. Now our upper traps can sometimes get a little bit tight. So you're just going to bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Fingertips are down on the mat. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you grab the top of your head with your right hand and gently pull down. Please don't yank on your head. Just breathe into it. Gently does it, easing into the stretch, becoming aware of all sensations. Inhale brings you through center, and let's take it to the other side. Right fingertips come down. Left hand grabs the top of the head if that feels good. Breathing here, breathing into the neck, into the shoulder. Each exhale, releasing that little bit more. Then inhale brings you back through center. You're going to cactus the arm. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the heart. Exhale, elbow to elbow, round the back. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, open the heart, breathe. Exhale, round through the back, hug the belly in. Last time, biggest, deepest breath in. Exhale, round. Slowly coming back to center, you're going to roll over onto all fours. Coming into a tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hips, and start to move through the spine. So let's articulate the spine. So as you inhale, starting from the tailbone, you're going to lift the tailbone, soften the belly, soften the heart. Inhale, breathe the heart forward, head comes up. Then again from the tailbone, exhale. Tuck the tailbone, hug navel to spine, puff up through the lower back, the mid back, the upper back until finally your head comes down. 1 more time, just like that. Inhale, lift the tailbone, soften the belly, soften the chest, lift the heart, lift the head. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, puff up, lower back, mid back, upper back until your head drops too. Now changing direction, inhale, lift the head. This way's harder for me. Soften the chest down, soften the belly, and then finally lift the tailbone. Changing direction, drop the head, puff up in the upper body, in the mid body, lower body, navel to spine, tuck the tailbone. 1 more time just like that. Inhale. Mindful movement, lift the head, soften the chest, soften the belly, lift the tailbone. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the head, puff up, upper body, mid body, lower body. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back into tabletop. Let's open through the heart, bring some mobility into the upper back. So inhale, open to the right side, lift the right fingers. Exhale, thread the arm through. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, breathing the chest open to the right. And exhale, taking it through. 1 more time. Inhale, breathe it open. And exhale, thread that arm through. Bringing the right ear towards the mat. Now you can either reach your left fingertips forward, or maybe you bring it behind your back, tucking into that right hip crease. Holding here. Where can you soften? Where are you holding tension you don't need to have right now? Notice where you're feeling this. Where are you feeling tight? Check in, connect. Next, inhale, slowly unravel. Bring your left arm down and slowly peel yourself up, opening one last time. Then exhale, right hand comes down, and let's take this to the other side. Inhale, hug the belly in as you open the heart. Exhale, thread it through. 2 more times. Inhale, lift you up, breathe, open, lift up. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, heart open. And exhale, thread the arm through, coming all the way down, left cheek to mat. Open the arm, maybe bringing it in front of you, keeping it where it is, or maybe tucking it into that left hip crease, opening through the shoulder even more. Notice where your breath has gone. And if you've lost it, gently bring yourself back to it now. Can you slow? Can you deepen even more? Next, inhale, slowly unravel. Right hand comes down, push into the hand, open the body to the left. Exhale, hand comes down into your tabletop pose. So from here, we're going to lift into a downward facing dog. So when you're ready, lift the hips, maybe pedal the feet, swing the hips from side to side, give the head a little shake yes, a little shake no. Whatever you need to do here, you do that now. See which parts are feeling tight. Maybe it's the backs of the legs, maybe it's the shoulders. Yoga is all about connection and checking in with the body. So from our downward facing dog, we're going to do a little bit of hip dips now. So as you exhale, bend into the knees and take the right hip towards the right. Inhale brings you through center. Swivel the feet over to the left as your left hip comes down to the left. Inhale through center, exhale, take it over. Inhale, exhale, swivel it over. That's the last time. Inhale, lifting back to down dog. Find some stillness, find your strength here. Ground your hands, spread the fingers, ground them into the earth, and then dial the hands out. Feel the stability through the shoulders. Draw the front ribs in towards the back body as you lift the sit bones high, thinking about having a neutral spine. Now, if you need a bend in the knees, that's absolutely fine. Draw the heels towards the earth and be okay if they don't touch. Shine the backs of the thighs towards the back of the room, really breathing space into the back body. Holding here, breathing here for 3. Lower belly hugging up and in. 2. Keep grounding down through the hands. Last 1. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, step the foot forward to the front of the mat. Use your hand if you need to. Coming onto the back knee. Inhale, lift up, low lunge. So we're going to do 2 variations of low lunge now. The first one, think about 90-90ing the length, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So your left hip is over your left knee, and you're going to completely let go of the toes. So you're pushing down through the top of that left foot. Lift the arms high, reach them up, lift through the side body. So create as much space through the side body as you can. Pull back with the right foot as you pull forward with the left knee, and squeeze that left glute. You should feel this opening all through the front of the left hip. Big breath in. Then exhale, bring your right hand to your hip and take a little side bend over towards the right. Again, changing up that stretch on the front of the hip. Breathing in, breathing out. As you exhale, maybe letting go, maybe some tension or maybe some thoughts that are coming into the mind. Let them go now. Be here now. Inhale brings you up through center. So now we're going to widen this low lunge a little bit. So step your right foot forward And you can even grab some blocks and have some blocks framing the front foot. If it feels better, bring your fingertips down onto the earth and sink the hips low as you breathe the heart forward. So you can kind of pull back on the fingertips, pull back on the hands, breathe space into the chest. Gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades together as you open through the heart. And that left glute is still on. Breathing here, pushing down through the front of that left foot. Last big breath. Then as you exhale, you're going to start to straighten the right leg, taking the right toes up towards the ceiling, your hips over your knees. Hips are nice and square, half split. Again, grabbing blocks if you need them or be coming up onto fingertips. Inhale, push down with the heel and pull back towards you. So you're activating the leg, active stretching. Pull back with the fingers and feel length in the spine, hinging from the hips. Now, it doesn't matter how far you go down. It's all about sensation. Can you feel this stretch in the back of your thigh here? Breathe into it. And try not to go into stretches at 100%. Think about going in about 50% and then easing into it. Because when we go in too fast, not only do we risk injury, but our body just goes, no, and clams up. So soften into it. Now we're going to go between those poses now a couple of times. So as you inhale, start to bend into the right knee, open the heart, inhale. Exhale, take it back, push down with that right heel, reach the chest forward. Inhale, heart open, squeeze the left glute. Exhale, take it back. I'm going to do it one more time. Inhale, bend into the right knee, reach the chest forward, breathe up. Exhale, take it back. And then as you inhale and come back forward, bending into the knee, you're actually going to bring your right hand to the inside of that right foot. And give a little wiggle over towards the right hand side. Lizard lunge. So coming back to this idea of a cat-cow, but this time in our lizard lunge. Inhale, breathe the chest forward. Exhale, round through the back, push the ground away, squeeze that left glute, feel in the left hip flexor, that really lovely stretch. Inhale, one more time, open the heart. Exhale, round through the back, push the ground away. Then you can find the lizard lunge where you want to be. So maybe that's you tuck the toes, you lift the knee. Maybe it's you come onto your forearms. Or maybe you take this right foot to about 45 degrees and you open this hip. So coming onto the knife edge of that right foot. And I like to have a little wiggle from side to side. And this left glute, give it a little poke. Check that it's not getting all snoozy. Check that it's still on. Squeezy glutes. Opening through this hip. Moving as you breathe. Maybe having that little rock from side to side. For a count of 3, 2, and 1. Come back towards center. Now you can do this either on your hands or your forearms. First of all, you're going to kick that left heel in towards you. I should have mentioned, if you have really sensitive knees, you can grab a blanket for underneath that knee. And then you're going to reach back with your right hand and take hold of the top of the foot. If you can't grab it, you can either grab a strap or you can reach back as if you're grabbing it. So this can also be on the forearm. So you can be on your left forearm if you want to. And roll that right shoulder open, hug navel to spine, and feel a nice opening through the heart as you also stretch out through the quadricep. Breathing here, closing your eyes. If that feels good, immersing yourself in all sensations for 3, 2, 1. Slowly, mindfully, drop that foot, plant the hands, tuck the toes, come back up. Downward facing dog. Just like before, we're going to do that little wiggle. So bend into the knees, swivel the heels to the right and the hips down. Inhale, lift up. You can go as low as feels good. You know your body best. What feels good right here and now. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it to the other side. Inhale, lift, and straight away your left leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, step it forward to the middle of your mat. Use your hand if you need to. Coming back on the knees, 90-90 those legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lift up through the fingers, lift up through the side waist. And release those back toes if they're not released already, pushing down through the top of the foot, so stretching through the top of the foot as well. Holding here. Big breath in. Then as you exhale, left hand, left hip. Take a little stretch over to the left-hand side, breathing into that right hip flexor. Keep that glute squeezing on. Our glutes like to be snoozy, they like to turn off. And why we engage them here is because engaging them opens the front of the hip even more. It's called reciprocal inhibition. Our body is very clever. Inhale, brings us back up through center. Bring your hands down, and you're going to step that left foot forward again. So we're widening this low lunge. Keep squeezing that right glute, opening through the hip, and pull back with the fingers. So you're pulling the heart through the arms. Take a few breaths here. Push down through the top of the right foot. Keep squeezing the right glute, and notice any differences to this side, from this side to the last side. Does it feel exactly the same, or maybe this side feels a little bit tighter? Just check in. Next exhale, you're going to take the hips back, flex the left foot, keeping your hips over your knee, push down, pull back with that heel. It's not moving, but energetically, the energy is firing as you push down through. You're going to feel it all the way along the back of the leg. Remember, blocks are your friend if you want them to be. Pull back with the fingers, open the heart, or reach the chest forward, even lengthening through the spine. Holding here for another count of 3, 2, 1. Inhale, heart opens. We're going to move between the poses now. So as you breathe in, come forward. As you exhale, come back. Scoop that lower belly up and in. Inhale, breathe it forward. Exhale, round it back. Last time, inhale. Send the hips forward and down. Squeeze that right glute. Exhale, pull back with the left heel. Breathe into the back of the leg. Then inhale, coming forward, take that left foot over towards the left side. Your hands come inside. Lizard lunge. Those little cat-cows now. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round through the back. Push the ground away. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, rounding through. Push into the hands. Last time. Inhale, bring it through. Exhale, round it back. And then find your lizard stretch on this side. So maybe you stay exactly where you are. Maybe you come onto the forearms, or again, maybe you open out into this left hip. And I really like to move here. It feels really good. Squeezing the right glute and just breathing some space into the hips. Breathing some space into the heart space. So wherever you are, you're going to ground that left foot. So either on the hand or the forearm, kick that right foot back towards you, remembering a blanket is always there if you need one, and reach back, either grabbing the foot to strap or reaching back as if you're grabbing that foot. Right glute stays on, roll that left shoulder open through the heart. Checking in, how does this side feel to the last side? Where does your mind want to go? Is it telling you to get out the pose straight away? Can you breathe into it? Try and find a little bit more ease. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the foot. Bring the hands down inside the leg. Step back through plank pose, holding plank pose for a slow count of 5. Push your head back in space. 5. Spine nice and neutral, core hugs in. 4. Squeeze the glutes. 3. Inner thighs hug in. 2. Don't forget to breathe. 1. Bend the knees and take a little jump to sit flat on your mat. And we're going to come all the way onto our belly just in a moment. Last pose, seated. Bring the soles of your feet together. So you can either have them really far in, or I prefer them a little further out so I can round through the spine. It feels really nice because we try and keep a kind of straight spine a lot in yoga. So first of all, before we come down, have a little pincer hand. Just give your feet a little massage all the way from the heels to the toes, giving them a little bit of care, because when we're cycling or running, they get a little bit achy. So just check in which bits feel tender. For me, it's my arches feel so nice when they give them a squeeze. Got so many little receptors in our feet. This is waking them all up now. And then stop giving them a squeeze. Inhale, breathe the chest open. Exhale, hinging from the hips first. And then when you can go no more, let the background. Let the head come down. Close the eyes and tune into all sensations of the breath. Notice which parts of your body move as you breathe. Notice how each breath looks a little bit different. And you can even ground yourself right here using your breath by counting it. Inhale, it's 1. Exhale, 2. All the way up to 10, and then you start again. And if you lose your place, do not worry, it's completely normal. Simply start again. Last breath here, and then slowly you're going to unwind yourself all the way up. Bring your knees into center, place your feet flat on the floor, and come down to lie on your back. See if you can come down piece by piece using your strength, maybe grabbing your thighs if you need to. So you come all the way down, and you're going to lock that right leg over the left, grab hold of the shin or the thigh, and pull it back towards you, reclined pigeon. Another really nice way of doing this, if you have a wall near you, is to come up to the wall and do it. So you have to shuffle around and figure it out a little bit, but you place your left foot on the wall and then you lock the right leg over. And just that little bit of resistance from the wall provides really nice feedback and really stretches into that right hip. So wherever you want to be, you come there now. I've got a few more breaths here. If you want a little bit more time, you can always pause the video. It's one of my favorite stretches. And then slowly, you're going to take it to the other side. So if you're on the wall, you just place your right foot to the wall. If you're on your back on the floor, and just switch it out. So left foot is flexed. Grab hold of the thigh or the shin and pull it back towards you. And you're going to tune in and notice while you do this flow what poses feel best for you, where you feel more achy. So if after your run or your cycle you don't have time, just pick the poses that are right for you. You think, oh, my hip flexors are super tight. And you can stretch those out. Or if it's your glute medius, like now, if this feels really good on your hip, come to this pose. So if you don't have time, you can just pick the poses that you know that your body needs. And next time, maybe you have the time for the full practice. So, last one, we're going to stretch out the hamstrings. So you're going to bring your left leg all the way down. I'm just going to see if I've got a strap around here. I've got a resistance band, this will work. Oh no, I've got a strap, amazing. So, straps can be really good. It doesn't have to be a yoga strap, it can be a dressing gown belt or something like that. So you're going to flex the left foot and really push it away from you so there's energy through that leg as well. Bend your right knee, and you can either take hold of the toe, but if you do, notice that you really kind of like your shoulder coming up. Can you ground your shoulder? And if you can't, you can have a bend in the knee or just grab a strap, it's fine. It's not what it looks like. Again, it's all about sensation. So breathe into the back of this right leg. Don't force it. Remember, think about going to about 50%. Big breath into the back of the thigh, into the calf. How much can you slow? How much can you deepen your breath? And as you exhale, take this right leg over to the right-hand side. You can bring your left arm out to the left. Notice when your left hip wants to come up. That's the point you stop. Or if you're like me, you've got a door. I can't go anymore. Breathe into the back of the leg. Breathe into the hip. Slow, deepen the breath. Then inhale brings you back through center. You're going to bend the knee. Just ignore the strap for a moment. Take that left knee all the way, right knee over to the left, and your gaze comes over to the right. Little supine twist to end. Breathing into that right hip. Giving a little bit of love to the spine. One more big breath here. Then inhale brings you back through center. And you're going to switch it out. So flex that right foot, push it away from you. Keep energy through that leg as you reach your left leg up. Again, checking in. Maybe this side is tighter for me. It is. I had a hamstring injury quite a few years ago that's still niggly a little bit. So this side I'm always a little bit more cautious with. And as a result, it's a bit tighter. And just knowing these little imbalances in our body can be really, really helpful. So a few more breaths here. Maybe softening that little bit more. And as you exhale, opening the arm over to the right as your leg comes down to the left. Notice when your hip wants to rise, hug the belly in to help keep you stable. Don't let that hip rise. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale brings you back through center. You're going to bend the knee, take it over to the right as your gaze comes to the left. Stretching into that left hip. Last check in. How does this side feel different? How am I feeling right now compared to how I was 15 minutes or so ago? Inhale brings you back through center. Give your knees a huge, huge squeeze. Lift your head. As you inhale, engage every single muscle in your body, including your face, for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring the legs mat distance apart. Bring the hands alongside the body, fingers curling naturally. Take a huge breath in. Belly rises, chest rises. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Releasing all control on the breath. Simply being its witness. Spending as long as you have here in Shavasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.